super excited for this one. On Saturday night, I got to see the one, the only Sir Paul McCartney live at Coors Field. Thank you to one of my good friends for hooking me up and giving me a ticket. It was awesome. And it made me think it would just be fun to do another Beatles reaction. And maybe this time, instead of doing like Let It Be and some of their more popular tunes from the later end of their career, why don't we just go back to sort of the beginning when they were just four lads from Liverpool with the bowl haircuts all around. So that being said, let's give it a whirly whirl. Ringo, baby. My boy Ringo. I mean, the first thing that sticks out right away is the beauty of those harmonies. The vocal blend of those harmonies is so great. And for those of you who don't know, the blending is just like how well their voices sound like one. And right here, it sounds great. And that's like right at the beginning of the Paul McCartney concert. What was so sick is he just came out and said, I have a feeling you're going to be a fun crowd. There was no 1, 2, 3, 4. Right after he said that, bam, they slammed into Help, which was amazing.
He'll regret it someday, but this boy wants you back again.
Yeah.
That boy
Look at those haircuts.
isn't good for you. Though he may want you to, this boy wants you back again.
I think what's really cool about this, and thinking about this is 1963, and they ended their career 6 years later in 69, or was it 70 or 71? Don't quote me on this. I am super tired, still recovering from the concert. But what I'm trying to get at is this sound is sort of reminiscent of like the 1950s sort of ballady type vibe. And it's so impressive to think within 6, 7 years that these four lads from Liverpool completely transformed the sound of music, and how they took all this early rock and roll stuff and they just kept going with it, and they put their own spin on it more and more. Then they went in the studios and developed it even more. Amazing. And it's really great to hear this and their harmonies and just how well in tune they are. It sounds great. John. Could be happy. Grooving. Yeah. That is so good. And you know what's even great about this too is the groove is sick. I mean, just like bobbing along to it and not even realizing you're bobbing along to it. At least I was like, yeah, this feels good to me. This is great. And God, let's listen to John Lennon again on that. It's a young, raw John Lennon. Amazing. And then how they segue from his part right here, and then it lands into the harmonies of George and Paul. Here we go. Melody. Listen to that melody he's singing. Oh. Yeah. Backup harmonies. Yeah. Oh, so good.
Would always feel the same if this boy gets you back again.
Yeah.
This boy
We gotta give some love to Ringo here. I love how the camera just pans on him. He's just doing his thing. He's listening, you know? Oh, beautiful ending. That was great. One thing that I thought was really cool, and this is hilarious, like when we saw Paul McCartney live, I noticed that he kept like looking down at his bass when he was playing to make sure he had the right fingerings. And it's funny because way back when in 1963, we see him doing the same thing. And it's not that there's anything wrong with it either. It is what it is. Here he comes. Yeah. One thing we always got to remember, and everyone always talks about the Beatles and the 10,000 hours, and it really is true that like we always kind of see this like perfect thing here, but what we don't see is like when they were like the 1960s version of like the equivalent to like what a rave is, I guess, where they would just play all night long in these clubs before they became like the Beatles, you know? We don't see all that work that goes into it, but God, it's got to be something to said for the way their voices all just blended together. Look how beautiful, listen how beautiful that is. And how they end it like, oh, it's like, it's great. That chord too, that's the sweet chord. Well, going back to the beginning, what do you think? And feel free to comment below. Do we prefer this early incarnation of the Beatles, 1963? Or are we in love with the, God, I don't want to say the wrong year, like 1969, 1970 version of the Beatles? Long hair, hippied out, rock god status. Or do we just appreciate it all for what it is? I think that's kind of where I'm at. I mean, I can listen to this stuff. I dig it. If I listen to too much of some of the, like, I Want to Hold Your Hand and some of that stuff, I still dig it, but I can definitely listen to like Abbey Road a lot more and Let It Be and stuff like that. But like this is beautiful, and these tunes that aren't as well known as I don't think they're as well known, I could, you know, stuff is great. I mean, something for everybody. God bless the four lads from Liverpool. And that being said, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, still recovering from the Paul McCartney concert and just working. That being said, it's a pleasure to be in your living room or on your phone right now. And until we meet again, this boy is going to edit this video and then go